is Shelly from Hodgepodge Hoosiers. Today I'm going to show you how I make and then can my applesauce. I do it my own way, not necessarily exactly how the Ball Book for Preserving does, but this is just the way it works for me. If you don't feel comfortable, just look at the book, and there's lots of other ways to do it out there, but this is how I do. First off, I'm going to put 2 cups of just water in my crock pot and a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Just give it a little shake. And I'm going to take my corer here, apple peeler corer slicer deal, and I'm going to slice up my apples. I'm going to fill this up, and then I'll show you how much sugar I add here in just a little bit. Okay, for here you do, I got one of these handy little thingamajigs, and I got a variety of apples over here. Fuji, some kind of Honey Crisp, and Golden Delicious. And I like putting different varieties in my applesauce. It gives it a good taste. So all you're gonna do is don't get it all. It does save a lot of time. These are soft. And you just stick them in the crock pot. Try to get all the peelings off. This one is soft. There. Bring it back. Grab another one. I like to do it stem side into the fork thing there, so stem don't get caught in the peeler. Makes it hard to pull it out. I get these from the local orchard. They're really reasonable. I bought several pounds from them this year. Get all the bad spots off of them. It's a big bad spot. Just chop it up, put it in there. And do it all over again until it gets full. And when it gets full, I'll show you what it looks like in the crock pot. Okay, here we are. Crock pot's full. I put in 1 cup plus 1/4 of sugar. We don't like a lot of sweetness. We want to be able to get that real fresh apple taste. Just going to put the lid on it. Set it to high. Let it cook for about 4 hours. It should get good and mushy. I do got my smaller crock pot, filled it, and it's going to be cinnamon. I think I've got 2 to 3 tablespoons of cinnamon in it. Otherwise I did it the same, only I only put a cup of sugar in that other one. You can adjust it to your taste, to how sweet you want it. So I'll be back whenever we're ready to blend. Meanwhile, this was my last week's batch of apples that I did, and I put all my scraps and cores in this big gallon jar. And I'm trying my hand at making apple scrap vinegar. So you stir this daily. And I ran over some, so I need to add some water. What I did was 2/3 full or so with peelings, and then you add water, fill the top with water. Then I put like a 1/4 cup of sugar in it. And I did go ahead and do a splash of apple cider vinegar, just so it would help start the process of fermenting. And then I take this smaller 1/2 pint jar, and it fits right down in there to keep all the peelings submerged. And then I'm going to just put that on there just to cover it. It keeps fruit flies off and everything. You'll stir this like this. To be honest, I've missed a day or 2, but try to stir it daily. And then after 6 weeks, I'll strain it, and then you'll put it in a clean jar and just let it sit on your shelf for like 6 months. And then you're supposed to have some good apple cider vinegar, apple scrap vinegar, I should say. So we'll see how it goes. This is my first time. But I think I'm just going to do 1 gallon this time around. And if I see that I'm going to use it a lot, then next apple season I'll be making more. Okay, let's check these again. They're getting mushy. It won't be long now. Oh yeah. Looking good. Not too much longer and we'll be able to blend them up. Looks good, shouldn't be too much longer. I'll let you know when I start blending. Okay, this one here is ready to be blended. I've got my handy dandy immersion blender here. This thing is a lifesaver. You just get it in there, let it do its thing. Don't want it to come out, it'll pop you, and it is really hot. Just want to keep it underneath. Smoothing up. We like ours really smooth, so I try to get all the chunks out. Whoops. See how it can pop? Pretty good. So now what I'll do next is I'll get my jars all ready, and then we'll get it scooped up and put in the canner. So I'll be back when I can get my jars out. Okay, I have it ready, all set up here. And so now I'm just going to fill my jars. There, you can probably see better. And it smells really good. I wish you guys could smell it. Now you want to go to a, I believe it's a 1/2 inch headspace. Put just a little more in it. There. And then we'll just take it. Sorry my hands look rough. I've been peeling and slicing so many apples. They're not dirty, they're just stained. Okay, I do have my rings in water. It's only to soften the rubber part. You don't have to do it. Now, Ball does not, they just want them washed. Oh, I forgot to do this. You want to take something and debubble it. Even though it's really smooth, it probably doesn't matter, but I like to do it just in case. There. Get me a ring. Finger tight. And then we're going to go set it in the canner and just repeat till I get this all done. And then I'll be back to show you when the canner's going for how long to can it. Now this isn't out of the Ball canning book. This is how I have always done it. So I haven't even actually, I do follow the Ball canning book, but this has always been how I've done applesauce. So, I mean, if you're uncomfortable, you can check the book, but I've been doing this way since I've been doing applesauce, but it's my own thing. So if you're nervous about it, please check out the Ball book. I will be back. Okay, they're all loaded in the canner. You want to make sure that the water is above the jars by at least 1 inch, so they stay submerged during the whole canning process. Now, since I've got 2 larger jars in there, these are going to can for 20 minutes. They have to be you have to use them as quarts, even though they're 24 ounce. And if I was doing all pints or half pints, it'd be 15 minutes. So we're gonna get these canning. I've got the stove on, and after that, I'll show you what they look like when they get out. And there you go. Beautiful jars of applesauce, ready to go on the shelves. They'll sit there till tomorrow. And they'll sure taste good this winter. This is Shelly from Hodgepodge Hoosiers. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.